Hi everyone. As promised, I'm going to give you a brief update on the car that I'm building. So I own a 1961 Humber Super Snipe Series 3. The car is going to be powered by a Mercedes M113 5-litre V8 engine. That is going to be run from a Haltech Elite 2500 ECU, and then I'm going to create a digital dash because none of the original mechanical gauges are going to work. So the plan is that the digital dash is going to be communicating with the Elite ECU, the Haltech ECU, over CAN bus. And for that, I have a car pie hat, which is one of the hats on offer for the Raspberry Pi to allow CAN bus communication. And recently, as many people will know, the Raspberry Pi has been updated to a dual DSI and dual HDMI display. This works out really nicely for me for the plan that I've got, as you are going to see now. So forgive the state of the dash. This is obviously the original dash from the car that I am using as a mock-up of how it's going to look. I'm going to build a new dash. Now, these two screens, these are the 4-inch circular DSI displays from Waveshare. They run and are powered using USB-C, and you can see the DSI cable there that's ready to go in. That's going to have two multi-displays. We're going to have tacho, speedo, and also in here we're going to be having gear selection for the 722.6 Mercedes automatic gearbox that's going to be on the drivetrain. That's something else to talk about as well. It's going to be fuel gauges, a standard modern car display. Moving into the centre, I've got two rectangular displays, a smaller one and a larger one. These are all touchscreen, by the way. The smaller one is going to be the main touch interface, I think, at the moment. The large one, I'm not sure whether I'm going to have that touchscreen or not. But the smaller one is going to do climate control, possibly radio selection. I'll have to have a think about that a little bit. The larger one, this is an OLED display. On the back, you can see it's the new Raspberry Pi 5 with the dual DSI cables. There's one direct connection for HDMI for this screen, and then the other unit is going to power into here. The Raspberry Pi can be powered now 12 volts directly using the car Pi hat. It uses these nano Molex connectors for everything. This also includes CAN bus and some other sensor inputs and outputs, and GPIO as well. And the nice thing about the Raspberry Pi 5 is it's got a proper real-time clock in it, and that can retain its memory with an extra battery, which is what I've got connected there. So that's the plan. That's the plan, and we'll see how we go with it. You can see hanging up here behind me, that's my engine loom that I'm slowly working with. I've also got over here, excuse the state of my shed, this is my Elite 2500 ECU, which I already have semi-working with the rest of the electronics. That's why I've got it all wired up here in the roof. You can see it's a drive-by wire setup. That's all working. The throttle control is working. The MAF sensor I've got working properly as well. Now, Haltech do offer the injector amplifier, not injector, ignition amplifier for the spark plugs. However, I've decided to go with off-the-shelf Bosch units, which will work just as well. And I will do another video which is going to be based around the Elite talking to the Raspberry Pi over CAN bus and everything that I've had to do to make that work. And I'll be talking about the standalone 722.6 transmission controller that I bought from Off Gear over in Denmark. And he's been really good at allowing me to have some of the code that will allow me to integrate things like gear selection and speed into my digital dash. So keep your eyes peeled. This is the first video in this series. This is a bit of a welcome, as you can appreciate. So if you want to follow this, please like and subscribe. I'm not an influencer. This is a project that I'm sure some people will be interested in. And put any comments you want in the boxes. Cheers. Bye.